We are back. It is time for some FACEIT League. We have got a Master Division going on for you tonight. We've got the undefeated Dreamland taking on a revitalized Amplify here. Should be a good one here tonight. Not going to take too much time. Don't have too much time to take. Let's get into it. Let's take a look at your standings. Should be a banger. I can't wait. Show me some standings. There we are. Dreamland coming in 6-0 here to as we make our return into season 7. Kind of had a little bit of a break. We're back, ready to get back into it. I mean, and Dreamland are hoping to hit the ground running. They are so far one of 2 teams that are flawless. The rumor mills are churning. With OWCS rosters looming around the corner, there's rumors abound that some of these players might get picked up from some of these top squads. So we'll see what happens from there. Do Dreamland and Nightmare both hold on to this top spot? After these moves, do we see any changing in a Master as far as the top of the ladder? Amplify coming in 5-2, are starting to look pretty good. Their losses are Nightmare and Nightmare Academy. You've gotten some decent wins on the board otherwise, but now this one is gonna be the first big test, right? Losing to Nightmare Academy, and these were big tests, but obviously came up short on those. So you're hopeful that you can take this win. If you do, then Amplify that would definitely be their most significant win of the season thus far, right? This would show us a great step going into 26, and then you have kind of bounced back from that loss to Nightmare Academy earlier in the season. Look at Dreamland. Let's take a look at their strength of schedule coming in here. You have wins over at least 2 of the teams. You have wins over Artemis and Nightmare Academy. So these are pretty telling dubs happening right before we went on break. Obviously, you have the straight transitive of Dreamland beats Nightmare Academy beats Amplify. But also this 3-0 over Artemis, I think, speaks volumes. I believe we have this one on stream if memory serves, and it looked pretty dominant. I mean, Dreamland we're looking very in control. And I do also believe this was after the release of Vendetta, if I remember correctly. Dreamland do take the 3-0 over both Nightmare Academy and Ilios Artemis, importantly enough. So those 2 important wins that I was talking about, those were both 3-0s as well. It's going to be a Sojourn ban here with Nepal picked, because these are their 2 toughest teams, I would say. And they have 3-0'd both of them. That means that it is entirely possible. In fact, it is true that Dreamland have been perfect so far here in season 7. They have not dropped a map yet. First thing first is to see if you can make the giant bleed. So I'll go ahead and pull up other matches. Like I said, there's a lot of matches going on. Both Expert and Master Division are playing here tonight with Mega Match Wednesday. So we'll try to keep an eye on everything, keep you up to date with all the matches going on tonight. That was a Sigma ban out of Amplify. Of course, you and Gap, as mentioned, also Crazy Cat returning to this roster. So this is the same backline and tank that made it into OWCS, where they skipped from Expert directly into OWCS with those big qualifiers with the win over Supernova. Man, have they gone through some growth since then. And I think are right now fighting to prove that they're one of the top Master Division teams to contend with. Dreamland, I mean, if they are able to make the Giants bleed, that is Dreamland, I think it would go a long way in sending a message to the rest of the division, right? That one would make everybody stand up and take notice, for sure. We are going to need a Bastion look. What? Graveyard Play and Symmetra. Okay. I can't say I was expecting this. But, you know, you end up with, I guess you have Kiwi and Ninwai are going to be playing in your backline. I mean, I think if Graveyard is, you know, a pretty nasty flex support in his own right. But it's going to be playing flex DPS for now, alongside manually. I typically see Talisman playing hit scan for the squad, right? Is that right, or is manually usually hit scan? No, I think that's right. I think Talisman plays hit scan and manually is usually flex DPS. Fairly confident in that, actually. Anyway, the blender comes from the other side, loses the blade off of the spinny blender. Amplify look like they're in a much better place than they were last season. I wholeheartedly agree with that. J-Man is a wonderful addition to this roster as well. A lot of experience in collegiate with Arizona State. Was, I think, always a shining star on that roster. Oh, that's a nasty Ant Matrix up top, though. Graveyard immediately pops, too. You see the timing of that support is right there. Graveyard with a 3-piece. Okay. Rocking an awesome little sim skin, like the celestial sim skin or whatever that is. Looks great. Looks great. I respect the fit. I like it. I dig it. I dig it. Dayton Duke got on hotel Wi-Fi just to watch stream. Thank you so much. That's amazing. I appreciate it. Oop, I was gonna say, where'd that teleport go? I didn't see where it was going. Blizz already a low with Photon Barrier invested here from Graveyard. Try to pursue this. Dayon's going to chase into the stables, punch through a low gap. But J-Man is able to respond. Picks up one. Biz needs to stay alive. Needs to get healthy and get back into this fight. Unfortunately, they're losing friends as they're trying to top off on health. Get in to get a couple slices, but nothing more. Nothing significant. Nothing that's truly going to leave a mark. We're getting another fight win at 93%. An orbital has to be thrown in just haphazardly. You're on a crazy cat to try to make something happen. Gets the kick into Kiwi's face. Oh, but doesn't make it back to the point. I mean, we would have been, yeah, I mean. That'll be Dreamland taking round one. Yeah, Moskins and Joey. Yeah, who on DPS? Yeah, you heard me. I'm telling you, there's rumors of roster mania. I'm not pretending to know anything. I just know what's in the lobby right now. It's Graveyard and manually on DPS. Honestly, double flex DPS very viable right now. So, if there is a time, you know, I suppose now's a good one. Biz kind of getting separated here from the team. Looking for a place to try to set up. Let's see, where is Gap through all this? Okay, Gap is playing bridge as well, with Biz being used to kind of anchor point. Gonna move in on the teleporter. Teleporter was thrown all the way across the way, actually, and that was a whirlwind strike to try to close the gap. Ewan and Gap, though, I mean, they're brawling it out here. Ewan gets a knock off into the pit. Amplify will win themselves a team fight. That was a wild one. That was a wild one, y'all. Sim does have a lot of good skins. Oh my goodness! Ewan just gets 3. Ewan just gets 3. Make it 4. What just happened? Well, I can't wait to see that one play in the game. Holy crap! That's ridiculous! The double boom off the sun, you've got to be kidding me! Teleport going backwards to try to get NY caught up, but just get separated. Biz is able to get in and get some work done. We saw half of Dreamland make it into the room, but the other half got caught by Biz. Now Sundering Blade ready to go, lingering on the south side. Okay, Biz has been scouted. Still lurking. All right, just bubbles in. It's a fake. Kiwi with the Ant Matrix in. Biz still wants a piece. Gets to rush, throw it in right over the Ant Matrix. But Dion's been able to punch through the front line. The blender didn't quite chop up what it needed to. Although Ewan gets another pick, of course. I mean, just because it's Ewan. Ewan going for the boop record on Nepal. What are we doing? What are we doing? I need a fresh cup of tea for this. All right, y'all. I need a fresh cup of tea for this. Y'all didn't tell me it was going to be like this. All right. That's a bubbled Sundering. Didn't quite catch with Dion with that, but that's another boot. Ewan gets another. Dragons over the top will find manually. Just got, I mean, just ripped to shreds. Nothing but bolts and springs left here in the sanctum of Nepal. And flip at 98%, and NY has just got a beat for one. Zoned off the point, has to go flying in. A little outgunned, outnumbered. And they're on the objective. And Ewan comes up with, I mean, wow. How many boops? Oh, it was so good. That was so fantastic. Oh, it was so good. Okay, Biz got to drop all the way out. Gap low, and so the rest of Amplify have to fall back. You do have the J-Man Hanzo back here, kind of an X factor. Just fire from the outside. How come in such a position? You can see they forced Dreamland fall back towards Elephant side. There's a move in from Graveyard. I respect the attempt. Can't quite lock J-Man down. J-Man rotates the front, all guns pointed at Dion, who's got the form. Looks like they're running out of friends. They get the cap. All right. Quite a bit of charge there on Dion Gap, I mean. Oh! Ewan gets punished for that move. After an exceptional round two. Falls early here. Mainly's gonna end up with 2 in this fight. Amplify never quite able to find their way in on that one. Heard. Good to know, Carbon. I appreciate it. It's on the left-hand side. Watch for the grab coming in from Gap as well. Going in, grab's gonna fly. 3, maybe 4. Photon barrier, immortality field, boast over the top, but the dragons are through it. Still, it's immortality field. Yeah, just doesn't keep them alive. It seems like immortality field stayed alive longer than it should have, but the classic grab dragon combo will end up winning it out in the end. Totally not gay. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I believe you. Oh, good pick. On the graveyard to start. Oh, I knew it gets another pair. Oh, they never see it coming. They never see it coming. Centering blade through main. Give me a sound barrier down from NY as they turn the corner. Considering just kind of keeps everybody at bay here for the moment. So 2 wolves invested from Amplify. There might have been a right side rune rotation here. UN is still waiting in case they decide to go left. But Dreamland have had enough of the edge. High ground position for Manly. And take that power position away. Jamie was saying at the start of this map. We're going through in the artillery. One defensively, and another to get you and sound barrier out. Annihilation now in play. The dragon's thrown right over the top. Gap's just gonna melt Dion down. Trying to leap onto the point, and NY will at least get the OT started, but they're 1 health, have to back away. It's up to somebody else from Dreamland to touch, and they cannot. Amplify will hand them their first map loss of the season. Oh, show me this. Oh, show me this. Whoop. And another. And the 4-piece. Beautiful. Beautiful. There you go. Submit that one. Submit that for Play of the Week. Holy cow. That needs to go in some FACEIT Play of the Week. That you just witnessed one of the best highlights of Week 7. Excuse me, Week 5. It's going to be a King's Row pick with Vendetta banned out here from Dreamland. So, and it's the second time I've seen the Vendetta banned on Kings, where I think before the break we were seeing Vendetta more banned in open maps like Runasapi, and we're still seeing some of that as well. But just the realization of how strong Vendetta is in front to back. All right, let's go get some stats there from map 1. Environmental Ewan. Let's go. Yeah, I like it, Pella. I like it. What stands out? Ewan ends up 18-4 in the back line with 7k damage in the Lucio. It's actually manually who has most damage in the lobby. Graveyard with about 6,700 damage there. And their what I think is their DPS debut. For the record, I noticed like Talisman is still showing on the roster here. So I don't know if it's just an availability issue tonight or I have no idea what details are, you know. But we are seeing Graveyard return in alongside Kiwi and Ninwai here for map 3. So like this, the first FACEIT game I've watched, and Ewan gets a 4-piece. You're the lucky charm. You're the lucky charm, totally. Dion and Dreamland are going to go into a Sigma composition to try to answer the blender. With the Vendetta ban, Doubt Blizz has come out on a Venture. Everybody's favorite Thamer. I love Venture. One of my favorites. Just got the top skin. So good. So good. This was a pretty good skin too, though. I dig it. I appreciate the fit. I appreciate the fit. Manually in his little orange cap. but we could say it was holding hotel for a moment, but it's going to abandon that idea, and we're going to get a rotation to high ground here with the Bastion, with Graveyard holding hotel for the offense. Try to get this Bastion in a position, get some crossfire. It's Dion who finds Biz, so you already take care of the flanker. That is just one less thing to worry about. Now really can point all eyes at Gap. J-Man's hurt. He's got to back away. Gap's looking a little alone over here. Staying within good sight lines of Crazy Cat. He's kind of pressuring Graveyard away, trying to buy some time. He's given up 2 ticks of space, but Gap is in a position to come and recontest. We're going to see that now. Biz returns with the kill on the Kiwi. And that's a lot of Dion sustained, just absent. Given your circumstances today, Graveyard is doing solid in the damage dealer role. Hell yeah! You kidding? I'm a huge Graveyard fan. You kidding? Graveyard rated the channel earlier. I'm a big Graveyard fan. Best Wu Yong NA. Hi, Graveyard. You're kicking ass and taking names, buddy. On a laptop getting 40 FPS, and Talisman is in Puerto Rico. Ah. 40 FPS is good. I think there's maybe more to it than that. Gradient Matrix Hero went out this first ult fight with a little over 4 minutes remaining to get the point on the board. Woo! Manually! Oh, the boobs! Oh, the boobs! Hey, Graveyard's got some chops. We'll have no Graveyard slander. Up to the rooftop with a blizzard to go. Or, you know what I mean. The window. Ooh. Graveyard's big brain. You kidding? Alright, we're going to this blizzard. I mean, Biz working around the fucking tectonic shock. Blocked by the wall for the moment. Dion responds with the flocks taken to the sky. That picks up too. Sound barrier in, and Graviton Surge also tossed in here from the defensive Amplify. But Dreamland looked to be holding the line. They got out of the grab and then just manually unleashed hell with that Gatling gun. Oh, good bubble, but that's both of the DPS of this defense kind of got mowed down through that exchange. Yeah, I guess suppose you had to try. You know, Biz looked to try to make a move, but that just got absolutely shut down. Now swaps over to a went Ash, Sim, Soj. Are we going back to the Soj? Yeah, we're gonna stick with the Soj. Miz off this left side angle. Oh, 5 Kiwi. J-Man flied. So I think the window was just a bit decorative in that exchange. Was right on the front line. I'm gonna try. Their DPS really used the front line, but you just end up surrounding, create a nice horseshoe there. Win that fight. 3 minutes to go here. You're gonna have Flux kind of work with on the way back. You also have the artillery strike, but we'll see what that you can accomplish with that. Not an easy one to find value with, right? Not as automatic as some of the other ultimates, I'd say. We'll try to lock Gap in, but they're able to jump in over the top. Artillery strike does get out the lamp, and then the blizzard comes in from Graveyard down below. Sneaks in through Mega. Crazy Cat down. Beautiful headshot finds Biz. Graveyard's able to line it up. Dreamland will win another team fight. A jumping shot to find the head of Ewan for Graveyard's second headshot kill in this team fight. You get around the corner. I don't know if you have enough left in the tank to get any further than that. Oh! I mean, if you keep getting these stagger picks, then maybe. Uh-oh. Not calling favor the follow. $90 to go. Dion with a flux. Every kind of grouped up around this corner. Could be a good spot to use it. Biz is able to slide out of it, though. Pops the OC and runs into Graveyard there in that corner. Slides into Graveyard for that kill. Sound barrier from the defense. They just rotate, start pushing forward and muscling them out. They don't really get any kills, though. So, I mean, no value really on the back of that. You buy a little bit of time. We're down to 60 seconds. And now NY is going to have a sound barrier of their own here soon. Oh, boop, Gap to the wrong side, but Gap still hits manually through the amp matrix. The beat is in from NY, hits 4. Kiwi is able to pop 2. With 42 seconds to go, Dreamland find themselves a fight win. They are short a player at the moment. You can see Manly trying to get back in. 35 seconds. Flux from the defense. We did get the touch there from Biz. Good damage on to Dion. Rock lands. Dion is down. Now, Manuel does make it back in time to mow through a couple of players. And Kitsune Rush should secure this here for Dreamland. Ewan back on the point. The Susie will not get it to 0 seconds, so we will have time left in the bank. Graveyard can't do everything. I agree, Big Shot. It's 22-4, leading the server in elims right now. Good headshot. Just double hit scan composition here out of Amplify. And you're able to work the rest of the crew. Has moved up to high bar, but Gap at about 50 health, 56 health will eventually get run over. As this fight gets real claustrophobic real fast up in this corner. Oh, nice little pick out of the corners. Dion like rips Biz out of the hidey hole with the accretion. That was nice. Oh, I totally forgot about Gammas. Good call. I'm sorry. I'll give you Gammas for map 3. I'm so sorry. I forgot. This is going to be a push inside, rotating around, kind of splitting Dion from the pack. Excuse me, Gap. Doing gets caught initially. Dion's just going to run down Gap with no speed there to get him anywhere. And that separation works beautifully. Nice little rotation out of the defense Dreamland, and they just completely divide and conquer the Amplify attack. Support is basically DPS when I play. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Same. Same. I also play a lot of VR, so. Alright, we got high ground crew in a 3-2 split. Copycat staying down low for now. Ooh, eats a bullet, actually. Graveyard pops him. What an opener. Graveyard makes the raid, goes in and catches the lone Kiriko that was kind of working as your sweeper. To steal from a soccer term. Excuse me. That was a sound barrier out of Dreamland. These just run over Gap. Oh yeah, and get flamed for having 4K healing. Even though we win. It's like, hi! I healed when we needed to. I will not chase you into Narnia. I will sit back and shoot. Kitsune rush! Oh, Manly got caught out of that OC. This is gonna be an Amplify where they swap to the May. That ends up working out very nicely. To say you lost Crazy Cat early in that exchange, but never say sorry to Overwatch players. Oh, great wall there. Dion's gonna go and pop the ultimate and try to escape from that. Oh, but look at the response. Gap gets 3 response. Ant Matrix up here from Kiwi to protect against this corner. Blizzard. Oh, barely catches Dion somehow. And Gap gets the follow-up accretion to land on him manually. This will be a 3-piece for Gap inside the tiny pub. Oh, Bez just barely caught Dion with that ultimate. I mean, it was just a heel was stuck in the ice. If it got Gamba for every map, it wouldn't be a skunk stream. So true. I mean, I can't just turn the kill feed off. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, I mean, if y'all want, I can just turn the kill feed off. We can try that. Let's see how we do. Oh, wow. And then why almost got rocked out of that sound barrier. Fortunate that hit. I think it caught on the cart even. I don't think that went all the way to the ground. Jamie with an OC should manage to push this over the line. Gap is able to find a final blow onto Dion through that. But as I say that, manually, Graveyard all clap back. What just happened? That looked like it was going so good for Amplify. They get that beautiful opening. I guess it was just one opening pick, but man, the clap back. All right, we'll try it. We'll see if this is worse. How good are we at reading Overwatch with no kill feed? Man with an OC from the high ground. Drop down. Oh, doesn't want to give up too much space. Realizes they did. What a rotation. As you end up with all of Amplify up top, that is going to be at least the BAP caught in the Gravitic Flux. Huge rocks lands on Dion. And kill start coming through. Actually, kind of way better. Kind of way better. And why Dion will die late. All right, you've got 2 blizzards all wide. Keep me with an ant matrix, an early ant matrix here for this defense. Blizzard's gonna toss what is in first. You're able to catch Dion with that. The ant matrix is up, but the lamp does not get there in time. Sound barrier lands, but Gap is walled off. The lamp is there in time for Gap. Crazy Cat Johnny on the spot, right in the pocket with the Baptiste. Now it's Gap just chasing down the final kills here as this cart rolls its way home. Ant Matrix on the point. Gravitic Flux here in the retake. Sound barrier thrown in from Ninwai as well. Crazy Cat does fall. Gap is low. We do lose Eon. I don't see any takes around, but I see plenty of defenders here from Dreamland. We can't tell if it's like a headshot kill. Like, I don't get the red X is the one thing that kind of... Like, I'm pretty confident that was a headshot kill out of manually. Or maybe even J-Man to trade that. Flux does find Dion inside. You and Blizz move through to try to catch it. Overclock in play. Dion is getting brought down. Manually also play with the OC. Oh, but the swing back to catch Ninwai out of position. Turns the corner to get another. J-Man tearing up on the back of this point. That's a full clip into Manually and a cap here from Amplify. Seven seconds separates our 2 teams.
Initiating match.
Gap leading the server with 21,000 damage.
Ready for battle.
Amplify will, of course, start on the attack once again. It's both DPS on the low ground and hotel here for Dreamland. What do you do with 60 seconds? I need the kill feed. I feel naked now. Is that everybody going up top? No. You see Biz stays down low to hotel. There's the rotation. Biz is going to catch it with a wall, but Biz is in trouble. Here comes the peel out of Amplify. They all fall back. As it might have been a little bit of a bait. The cryo freeze out of Graveyard blocked Ninwai, and they're going to get picked off. It's a +2 to Amplify. They move on to the point. We are going to get a retake. Rock hits the shield, but floating up. Gap does an enormous amount of damage to Dion. Just barely able to keep a toe on that car. I don't know how either of those singles were alive. In fact, neither of them are now. It's going to be up to our DPS, up to the squishies to get it done. The walls will come down. The house has fallen. And now the plant is open and bare. Blizzard on the point out of Graveyard. But Amplify stand tall. They will complete the cap. 4 points on the board. No ultimate spent from Amplify to get that overtime 4th point. And look at these spots. Look how far back Dreamland's defense has to set up. Hey, the start of Overwatch, they didn't have a kill feed. So this is very much returning to our roots. Dueling matrices in play. Keep an eye on Blizz. Oh! Goes down trying to get the Blizzard up, and Ewan is out of this fight with the sound barrier. A huge opening pick. An important lamp already used. Now Gap is able to respond. Catches Dion. Oh, but got rocked out of the flux. Still, another fight win for Amplify. Even with Ewan going down in that fight, even with Biz dying, trying to get the Blizzard out, but the Blizzard gets in play. Thank you for the score update. There, Cartman saying Nightmare Academy and Shiki currently tied at water pace. Five points on the board would be enormous. It's going to be a wallet from Graveyard just to try to cover the gap as J-Man popped the overclock. We did get a contest at 1.6 seconds. Flux in play. Hits Ewan, but not before they get the sound barrier down. Graveyard was already fallen. Manuel's OC has come and gone. Defense running out of tools. Now hits the beat. See if they can get onto this point. It's 4 versus 5. And you still have a couple of Amplify players sitting around the outskirts here. Ewan up top trying to chase down a kill, but somebody's got to hold down the cart. Manually is the one who drew the short straw. 5 points on the board. So the right clicks of a sim through that could be nasty, but Biz is going to go ahead and push up. Our Graveyard Blizzard thrown right on the corner. Gap is caught in that. And that will be enough to take it. J-Man had fallen. Look at Manually and turned the corner and perhaps caught J-Man. Once again, getting Amplify holding inside the hotel. Yeah, Ewan getting pushed out a little bit there. Taunting any snipers that might be waiting.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A. 60 seconds remaining.
The speed jump. The AM speed and the... I guess Dion can float. Never mind. You don't even need the AM speed. But Dion jumps the gap here. Watch for the Ewan boop. Knock him off. I was going to say they may try to, like, boop one and isolate them down on the low ground here. They did not make the read on Ewan being up there, but it's been a rotation from the teleporter down into hotel here from Dreamland. Wheels down on the objective. Just going to chase Gap all the way up into the skybox. Well, you know, at least a couple meters. But what it done here on point. With only 67 seconds to start with out of the gate. We got ourselves a map, friends. Dreamland are going to hit the road. Now, it wasn't quite overtime spots here for Amplify. So they are going to get an extra fight, I think, here. And this is actually some true attacker's advantage. All right, tense fight right here at the gate. Ewan scouting up high. Yeah, Ant Matrix at 76%. This one to keep an eye on. Watch that one to build up. Wheels are already down. It's a good wall. Got to make sure you can survive here if you're in Dreamland. Dion's going to get the hands down. Trying to back away. Lampent's going to use to get him around the corner, but Dion is still low. 99% towards that Ant Matrix. They're expected to come out immediately. There it is. Manually. 1 second away. Can't get a good angle on it. The Ant Matrix is in a weird spot. Flux is going to find all 5 here. Actually, it may have just been 4. But it is an enormous play out of gap. Ant Matrix now in there from Amplify. Nimwire is able to get the beat down. You and now with the sound barrier of their own. Blizzard available here from Biz. Lamp has already been used. Gap is down on the point. Do we want to invest now or do we hold the ultimates? Amplify will hold them. You've got Overclock alongside the Blizzard and the Beat. And a very good corner to use one. Where's the sim teleporter? Your flex DPS sub here. Smart one to have in charge of that. You're gonna get a photon barrier over the point. J-Man, photon OC in play. Blizzard, I do not see the Blizzard out on the battlefield. I think that one got eaten. Sound barrier does hit though. Gap playing up close around that photon barrier. Dion just moving in and out of it. So low on health. The hands are up. Ewan trying to get the kill, but can't quite secure it. The extra shielding from the kinetic grasp, keeping him alive. Now the teleport up to the high ground. Wheels down out of manually, and another fight win out of Dreamland. One last fight for the map. With those overtime spawns. Yeah, I would say this is probably one fight. Because those overtime stuff are going to be so nasty. I don't know if you're going to be able to get back. Flux is going to find 4. Right out of the gate. Big shot. Picks up Graveyard immediately. Artillery strike in response. Out of manually, but the sound barrier also in play. Ant Matrix out of Kiwi. All the ults at once, and you catch Biz and Crazy Cat with that. Rock lands from Gap, though, responding the other side, trying to hold the line. Gap will fall. 2v3 left on the point. Ewan trying to make a play. Card getting away from him. J-Man running up to it to see if they can stall. Again, the overtime spawns are just so damn long. The cart drifting ever closer. Gap goes to a Doomfist. Can they make it? The wall just to try to protect the approach, but the Flux denies the touch. Dreamland tie up the series on a nail-biter map, too.
Play of the game.
My. A nail biter of a series indeed. All right. I think we're going to get Lampent in here to join us.
Yo, what up, Bull Skunk?
Hello, Lampent. Welcome.
Does my mic sound good?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Dude, this is a barn burner.
Yeah, for real.
I'm so excited. You know, it's interesting because I think Dreamland's been going for like more of a pokey kind of rush direction. And Amplify, not a big fan of the double hit scan, but it seems to be something that they're finding a lot of comfort in. So I'm really curious if we're going to keep switching it up to find like the better matchup or if we're just going to play our own game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
that's a valid point. I mean, we'll see where we end up going. I didn't see the map pick. I was kind of getting in here with you. I didn't see the map pick.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. You know, the King's Row is more brawl favored. I'm thinking if I'm Amplify, I want to take like more of an open map. You know what I mean? Just for the general vibe they were playing for.
Well, you got to remember also the Vendetta being banned out on Kings as well. So they might just go back into playing the Vendetta comp. We had a Bastion and a Zarya ban.
All right. Bastion Zarya ban. Okay, so maybe we're moving. I think we're gonna keep the Sig. I think we're gonna keep seeing the Sig. Maybe a Diva comes out. I'll be down for some Diva.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all good. You're a great observer, Bull Skunk.
Oh, well, you're too kind. You're too kind. What did we say? We said it was Zarya and...
I think it said Zarbastion, right?
Yeah, Zarbastion.
Yeah. Man, this would be such a big win for Amplify.
So, they're
getting a little shaky. That last fight, they had that ult advantage going into it. All you got to do is just throw that Blizz on point. It seems like we just kind of overcomplicated the fight plan a little, you know what I mean? But it's all good. I think they can pull it back. I believe in them. Yeah, Biz is on that Vendetta like you were talking about. So this is going to be chill.
All right, get your Preds out there. Hey, I actually remember to do Preds this time, Lampent. I actually remember to do Preds. Look at me go. On a delay, even. I mean... All right, let's see how we're setting up here. We are going to get a Junker Queen out of Gap in lieu of that Zarya ban in from Dreamland.
Yeah, Gap's going to be looking to try to close the gap between him and the second line. And, you know, Dreamland's going to be looking to kind of 5-stack, play a harder brawl. So let's see what they're doing. I think Biz is doing a great job of developing the left side here.
Yeah, Biz. So kind of opening up that space. Now they are all going to converge. Yeah, right in on the Graveyard. They're going to force out Cryo Freeze immediately.
Gotta stay. Biz looking to go. Extended turn a little too much. Both DPS lost. Super unfortunate.
Yeah, that's just going to be the fight there. It's crazy. Okay, what do you think? Is it better without the broken kill feed, or is a broken kill feed better than no kill feed? What's your opinion?
I think it has wabi sabi. I think it's giving the stream a little bit more character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, it's like a little surprise meal. You know what I mean? Who wins this fight? I don't know.
Well, it kind of raise the eyes, you know, raise the intelligence level of our viewers. You know, you gotta think a little bit more.
Maybe.
Don't rely on that kill feed.
Let's see. Biz should be taking this room, but we're looking to see if the Soch can slide through. Wall comes up. All right, they're gonna look to collapse on J-Man here.
Oh, well, long shot onto you. I mean, you just find the Lucio early. Fight goes in close quarters. Gap is able to trade one, but is still down in this fight. No Biz if you don't have the cut power. And even without having the Vendetta to match, Dreamland are able to win out that very close quarters battle. Some late staggers here at the end of the fight.
Yeah. You know, I talked about a little bit earlier. Dreamland does have a really, really strong brawl comp here. So, you know, Amplify is going to have to play really smart to bait some of these cooldowns out and hopefully clutch out some fights through the side angle, right? So we're going to see if Biz is going to be able to develop the map in the way that Amplify needs them to. A lot of ults for Dreamland. A point fight's going to be tough here.
Yeah, Gap's going to go ahead and just drop down, shout in. They're going to go ahead and throw out the orbital. The Kitsu's match for Dreamland, they're getting pushed back here a little bit. Not able to really play in their own Kitsune Rush. Not finding the value, and Dion's going to get muscled down. Now, Biz is able to open things up. They're not going to pursue any more than that, though.
You know, if you're Amplify, that's an amazing fight. You have, you know, you were at ult disadvantage. You're able to trade, what was that, 1 for 2?
Yeah.
And win out. Perfect fight.
CA beat for the next fight to match. You got an overclock here from J-Man to initiate with. He's going to get in strong position here on this coastal side. Biz is slowly working through the inside of the house. Okay, he's going to come out and play in this courtyard. Here's the OC. There's the Rampage. The Rampage! Look, ends up going down. Still finds a pair. The Biz Blizzard, or excuse me, the Graveyard Blizzard, really just kind of zoned everybody out. 5v3 here for Dreamland.
Yeah, clutch Blizzard coming out of GY. A little bit of flexibility. Love to see it. Man, Gap switching into the Orisa. We're going to be looking to poke a bit more on these walk-ups. I do like the Orisa swap here. The Queen, you know, it's just too hard fighting the second line with the shout. The May can live you. The Ram can turn you. You know, it's just too tough. So let's really see what's going to happen here. I think we're going to engage with this Vendetta ult. Look to see the match from Dion. Let's see what happens. Biz needs to develop this right side. J-Man looking with the rail charge. Okay, we bait wall.
You're not trying to play inside. You land one of those headshots. Okay, you're going to force Graveyard out. Now rotating back to the front. Biz has moved all the way through. Okay, trying to play around jump pad. They're trying to bait off some cooldowns. Okay, they're going to get to position on the high ground and drop in the Sundering.
Beautiful Suzu.
That was very nicely played. Yeah, Crazy Cat bailing him out on that one.
Yeah. I mean, this, you know, you love to see it. They're playing the matchup the way that they need to. They're really choking them out, taking all that map space. You know, they learned that they can't just take the front to back. I love to see the adaptations. I think Amplify has a solid chance of winning this if they can keep it up. Dion, we're probably going to look to Kitsu this cart coming out of Dreamland. Let's see. Graveyard walking. Can we clear the Vendetta? There's the Kitsu. All right, layered the beat. Dion pops the Ram ult to match. He's on the back line. Gap split off from the team. Is he going to be... Oh, but we got the close spawn.
Yeah.
Beautiful back cap.
Yeah, you see Nine. It's... You late Kitsu tossed it in from Crazy Cat. Actually, to try to save this out.
Yeah.
I think you're probably going to hold that. You got what you needed before you even invested that ultimate.
We just got a little excited.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Let's see. They got OC. They got Beat. Orisa ult. Oh, this is going to be tough. Manuely's going to have a strong angle with this OC. We got to be careful. I don't think the Orisa ult's going to be enough to blister Beat. We got to go for an early fight here. Let's see what Biz does.
Biz is playing in the middle right now. It's going to be the overclock out of Manually. Terracer's thrown in here from Gavin.
Off the map!
So low.
He won! Oh my god! Traded 2 for 3. Are they going to be able to stay? They're just going to back off. They're not going to invest the beat. Smart move, NY.
Yeah.
Going to meet on corner.
Yeah, it looked like, looked like Gap was in a lot of trouble in that last one, but they ended up getting enough damage through.
All right, walking up here. J-Man's looking for the OC. Ninwai's going to have the beat to match. We don't really have anything to layer. Let's see if J-Man can just pop the fudge. I know he wants to. Oh, he's getting the angle. All right, we're developing.
Slide into the right-hand side.
Here's the OC. Carry the beat. All right, gotta live. TP comes out.
Yeah. Able to just kind of deal with the TP. J-Man doesn't look very bothered by it. And you get one long-distance shot in. Jumps right past Kiwi to go in and try to help out in main. It's getting a bit messy here after the OC's faded away. And just looks like Dreamland staunchly holding on to this point, winning out a very close team fight.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough one. You know, we knew that going into it. It's looking like Dreamland still has a pretty solid ult advantage. You know, going for an early stuff here. Hopefully we can build this Vendetta ult. You know, we'll have the Kitsus to match. We can Ven ult, you know, for the sim wall, but that Ram ult's really going to come in clutch at the end here. Oh, but we got the beat. Ewan's got the beat coming up. Dude, we can make it work.
Yeah, I think the UMB is actually going to be the woman to keep an eye on out here. There's going to be Dylan Kitsus thrown in right on top of each other. The photon barrier laid over the mix. Yeah, the UN sound barrier right in the thick of things.
J-Man's traded. This still has the ult.
Yeah, Dion has the Annihilation in play. Oh, it's a dangerous move. UN tries to go jumping across the gap. Ends up getting brought down. And the player gap will just go run and die on cart. 2 minutes remain after a massive ult fight. 3 ults invested, including double support ults out of Amplify in that one. They're still not able to pull off the dub.
Yeah. You know, fights like that are going to happen. We were a little late on building the Ven ult. We had to have the beat to match the sim wall, right? So that ram form is really playing tough. Taking space with the sim TP gets broken. You know, if they can take through this side fight and try to stop this manually flank. Oh, there's the pressure. There's the Whistle. Oh, down goes manually.
Yeah, it did not get the rest of that ultimate build-up. It was just a nice go-first move. They're out of Amplify. Once again, we see that the Gap Terra Surge used to great effect. They're to initiate these fights.
Mine's Kiwi. Ooh, Kiwi TP's out. All good. Now we got the lead. Now we have defender's advantage. Manuely's coming up on the OC. Nenwai's coming up on the beat. They're going to be trying to take this space aggressively with the OC, hopefully trying to layer on point with the beat. Amplify's going to have to play this really smart. We have the Vin ult for the beat, but can we control Manuely's OC long enough to win the fight?
Or is there any room to just disengage from it? Is there any place to hide? I mean, you can see everybody's kind of set up on coast at the moment. There's a teleporter to try to close that gap. It's immediately broken. Nobody goes through it. Manually, in the meantime, is looped all the way around. A wide swing, two shots land. Ewan is brought down with back-to-back headshots. Oh, the jumping finisher.
All good. We didn't need that one. We didn't need that one. We're coming up on Kitsu. We're coming up on Terra Surge. We got the OC. They have the... Oh, dude. But Dreamland has 3 as well. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for Amplify, but I think they can do it. Oh, Ewan trying to keep close spawn. They're playing hard for it. They kept it. Holy
yeah, they
shit.
will keep it. Yeah, they will keep close spawn.
Beautiful. Can we force some ults out early? That would be amazing. If we could force like their Kitsu and then Kite, play for ult advantage on court, this is looking really good for Amplify all of a sudden.
It is.
All right.
Oh, the Suzu, excuse me, the Kitsu used first here from Dreamland. The B lands from Ninwai, though. Are they able to claw back? You got J-Man out of their ultimate. And this is still a 4v3 on point. Gap running it deep is just going to get melted. Cannot locate manually. And Dreamland lives a pivotal fight here. It's going to take one more. Final fight for the map. What do you think?
Oh, man. You know, it's going to be really tough. Like I said, we could have played a little slower because you know, we're the defending team, but we really crashed out with our ults there. We were going for it, and fuck it, you know, sometimes you just want to win a little early, but now we gave Dreamland the ult advantage. They have the Ram ult, they have the Sim wall. So what are we going to do? Is Biz going to be able to find his way to the back line and really pressure the Sojourn out? Because I don't think he will.
Photon barriers in play right on top of the point. Dion is just going to anchor this thing with an infinite amount of sustain. The Annihilation leeching off of everyone. Ewan brought down 3% away from the sound barrier. And Dreamland complete the comeback. What a Runasapi. Dreamland move up 2-1.
Man. Amplify's so close every time. Amplify's so close every time. They just got to lock it in a little bit more, just be a little bit more patient. And I really think the series could be theirs. You know, after the first map, Dreamland was looking, they were looking a little spooked, but you know, they're really being given the opportunity to regain that confidence. You know what I mean? So it's scary. It's scary now.
It came down to that one fight, that one big ult fight.
Yeah, they went a little too early. They got too excited. They wanted to win too bad, right? Like, they were more focused about winning the battle that they ended up losing the war. It's not always worth it, because especially when you have like such a strong positional advantage, like, you know that they have to use ults on point to get it like from you. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, they really should have known, and they should have been ready to kite, because then you re-engage on that point. Dreamland won't have the sim wall, right? And even if you end up losing the fight, you could force the Rammel at the very least. And now we're looking, you know, at maybe like a 1-1, like beat to match the sim wall, and you just play to enable Biz, right? But they, like I said, they just got a little too excited, and I think it's gonna end up in a pretty devastating swing of momentum against Amplify.
Give me a Shambali Monastery pick. Symmetra banned out.
That's smart. That's smart. I think Dreamland's gonna stick with this sort of brawl style, this May. You know what I mean? Like, now that the Sim's banned out, GY, we're gonna see him on the May. Maybe Tracer. Maybe we'll bring the Genji again. Maybe we'll get GY Genji. That'd be tough.
Let's see. What stands out? We got Dion at 34-3 at 13k damage there in that map. That's pretty significant. That's pretty significant. Gets the 30 bomb in. Most of your limbs, fewest deaths, top damage. Good map out of Dion. We'll get a Kiriko ban here out of Dreamland.
Kiriko ban out of Dreamland. Yeah, they're playing slow, man. We're playing slow. We might see some like Sigma come out. I know that Dreamland was playing that Sigma direction earlier, so
yeah,
realistically
keep it slow
we can see
and
that.
pokey.
Yeah,
What we saw in
Sig, Gap,
Kings.
Juno, something like that.
All right, it's time for some Shambali Monastery. Let's get into it. It's map 4.
Gosh, man. Amplify must have so much pressure on them right now. It is just a normal season game. It's not like, you know, a huge deal if they lose. It isn't a huge deal if they win. But, you know, getting a win against a team like Dreamland would be great for morale. You know what I mean? These guys have been working really hard. And it seems like they're staying away from the double hit scan direction. That's smart. Moving into a double flex, though, the Juno Anna. Is that, what do you think, Jeff? Is that the vibe?
We'll see. It doesn't look like they'll stick with it. I wasn't anticipating the Yuan.
You never know. I've seen main support players try to bust the Ana out every once in a while.
I will say we have seen some unusual Ana compositions here this week. Kind of clearly people are trying some things in scrims with Vendetta and all that. I will say the Nano Vendetta is a hell of a win con.
Yeah, the ability to nade yourself when she comes for you, or be able to set up plays when she's mid rotation. You know, the sleep is devastating against the ult. You barely move all.
Right.
Can we say gap?
So yeah, both. And that's, you know, usually how something ends up meta is when it pairs nicely with something and also counters it. Viz, well, not gonna find any luck here. Only Vendetta player in the lobby.
Yeah.
Dreamland trying to play slow, and, you know, so far it's kind of working. They back up to the high ground, but they lose Graveyard. Manually drops wheels down, finds Ewan. The card is drifting away from him, though, through this whole time. So, I mean, that could be problematic, yeah? You might have to give up your high ground defense, just with how far the card's gotten away from you.
Getting it around the corner is honestly one of the bigger challenges on Shambali. You know, this corner, once you get it around here, you only got really one fight till cap. So this is looking really, really good for Amplify. We just got to be careful when we're going in and attention trading with our Vendetta. Biz is getting caught out a little bit. You know what I mean? We got to play slow. We got to build energy. And then we can shoot this Sig out. We got to really look out for the Bastion form. Dreamland's doing a great job of playing around this Bastion form, and Manuel's going for it right now. Is he going to find anybody? Ewan's looking for the end. We are able to live with the Lamps.
Both super low. J-Man super low. But you got a Ant Matrix in play and a nice headshot. Oh, shuts down the Vendetta. Wow. And that's every Baptiste wants to do. Just shoot the Vendetta right in the dome as they're trying to hit you.
Yeah, just kill her.
Just kill her.
That's what I say. Everybody's like, nerf her. Just kill her.
Just kill her.
Like, if you're Kiwi there, every Vendetta's dead. Think about it. Let's see. Amplify's going to be looking for like this grab dragon combo here. It's going to be pretty good. Maybe getting matched by the beat. Let's see if we can go before the red builds.
Ewan is about 20% behind in that sound barrier.
Just got to live this Bastion. Bastion ult. The grab's huge.
Yeah, grab's gonna fly for. Manuel's gonna Bastion ult through it. Dragons do a lot of damage. Is it enough? Oh yeah, that's more than enough. Amplify will win it. Now they find the big wombo combo. That'll be enough for a point on the board.
Yeah, Dreamland's gonna be looking to recontest. They got Blizzard. You know, they might be wanting to brawl a little. J-Man, I'm lucky. Are we gonna spawn hold? Might be. Yep, we're setting up the spawn hold. Don't be scared now.
Amplifier just drop it right back. They are fearless. All right, J-Man did get caught. Okay. Biz sets up the high ground to intercept. Drops back down.
Ooh, Amplify going in with the... We're matching with beat. Oh, no pocket.
Amplify is going to go into the orbital ray. See if they can get this around the corner. Blizzard in from the defense. Unclear economy. Look like it was kind of behind the defense a bit, but you're able to evict Amplify out. Now Gap is just in a nasty, nasty bad spot.
Yeah. Luckily, they didn't milk it too hard. You know, just wanted to get him out of there. So he's going to be respawning with his team pretty soon. We don't have any ults. We're really stuck in this situation where if Dreamland plays their cards right, they can just ult cycle, you know, until the end of time and win this map. So if I'm Amplify, I'm thinking maybe, yep, here we go. We're switching into the Mace. Something a little easier to take this space with. Play a little harder for the brawl. I'd like to see maybe a Bastion instead of a Hanzo, but J-Man's been putting up numbers, so we'll see if he can keep doing it.
Yeah, Biz doesn't end up staying with the Vendetta. It looks like a little bit of split, and Biz is drawing a lot of aggro here on point A. Oh, Ninwai was so low. Crazy Cat couldn't quite find the kill. Another successful spawn hold. I mean, there's no ultimate spin. Wait, I guess Kiwi did Ant Matrix there, didn't they? Maybe the only ult spin through that.
Yeah, but you know, getting the window out, it's nice. You still have to deal with this Sig Bastion. You know, if that's well placed, that's a whole fight. You can play slow until that happens. We could really go for the time bank. Let's see what J-Man does. Can he open it up? Biz looking to go in, bait up the rock, put a bubble on him. Here's the Flux.
Flux is got
not layering.
No, it only caught one. You do get Lamp out with that. Dragons will be used to clear a little bit of space, but J-Man falls. Oh, right, Ewan goes down as well. Yeah.
We're trading out here. Kiwi's gone. Dion.
Yeah,
one
they
more.
can get Dion. Okay, now that's a big pick.
Ninwai?
Now a worthy trade. Ninwai tried to just run away. Uh-oh, you left Graveyard alone. Gap in a 1v2. Here comes the reinforcements.
GY dead on the scene. It's a little unlucky for Dreamland, but it's all right, right? Like, we traded the Flux, but we got, what, 2 minutes out of him holding him in spawn. That's great. We still have this Bastion ult. We got Blizz. We got Beat coming up, right? Gap and Biz are going to have this combo, though, and that combo kills through everything. So, you know, we realistically could see Amplify push this to third point. Hopefully Biz can open this map up for his team a little bit. Let's see if he can move. Oh no.
Oh my goodness. That's gonna be grab into Sundering, but doesn't make it through. I'm guessing a beautiful lamp, but the Sundering should work through the lamp somehow. They don't get the kills on the back of that. J-Man leaps in behind the defense to get one, but with 18 seconds to go, Dreamland are in control. They're jumping down. They have so many ults to work with, and now they are Sands of Baptiste right now.
Yeah, I think the BAP's going to be good. We got the window coming up, and J-Man hits the Sojourn. I guess he's been on it for a moment now, but can they touch? They can't touch. They're done. Allah.
Let's see. Blizzard on point. And Matrix here. I think they are here, but you got Sound Barrier and Blizzard are out. They're just going to get booped right back out of the window, and they can't hold.
Yeah, too many ults. Got held in spawn. You know, it's tough. I think the issue that Amplify is really running into is that they're going against this poke comp. They know that they need to be closing the gap. They know that they need to be taking the map space through the side, right? And Biz is really looking for it aggressively, but we aren't playing at the right tempo. Biz is going a little too long, right? We aren't really playing for these CD rotations in the way that we need to around the Bastion form. We're hanging out in these long lanes that benefits Dreamland's comp so much more than our own. So what are we expected to do if we're Amplify, right? It's either play different map space or lose the series. Can they figure out a way to lock it in, or are they going to switch the comp to maybe something that could handle those longer sight lines a little bit more? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's good insight. Well, I don't know about handling those sidelines more, but you're more consistent with J-Man coming in with the Sojourn over the Hanzo.
Yeah, the Hanzo, situational. You know what I mean? It's just tough into the Bastion because like you aren't really picking anybody off. You know what I mean? You can break the Sig Shield, but that Bastion form is so much stronger than your Storm Arrow turn. You know what I mean? So with the way that Amplify is playing it, it's a little bit too hard of a matchup. But defense is easier. You know what I mean? We know where we got to play. We got the setups. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, you also had, the Biz going into the Blizzard and Gap going into this Sigma, both of which indicating, getting slowing down gameplay, as we kind of talked about it. So Amplify giving into this sluggish gameplay. Biz gets caught super early, high ground overtaken, and the Amplify were playing a slow comp, but they didn't go slow. No, they didn't. It happens. I've done it myself. I understand how that could feel. Biz, it's just unlucky. He thought that maybe playing around the cart space, maybe dropping, you know what I mean? Like maybe that
would work a little better for his team's win con, but unfortunately, it just wasn't the right call. But they got this recon. They got this recon on this corner. All right.
Graveyard's on the far left side. Here comes the move in on the other way. Graveyard is split. With the ice block has been forced. Yeah, that's going to be the kill on the Graveyard. Oh, but it is returned threefold on the other side. The front line of Dreamland.
Yeah.
Well, went out the... I guess it was the 4v4. It looked like Amplify tried to split. Like, once the ice block call was made, Amplify tried to, like, send a couple people to go secure that kill and ended up leaving a huge mismatch inside the house.
Yeah, the kill feed missed it, but Crazy Cat got picked off as soon as that Bastion swung through that room. It really just took away the sustainability of Amplify's comp. They had to crash out. They just couldn't find the picks mechanically, which is unfortunate. The window comes out from blue side at Dreamland, layering with the Bastion ult. Are able to only find Biz, though. We're able to stabilize. Picking Kiwi off manually also falls. Dion has this surge. Ewan dies. J-Man's stuck. And J-Man's cut.
Yeah.
Oh. Unlucky.
Insignificant.
Unlucky. Gap's got the flux. Oh, GY! With the blizzard! Takes the flux off the map. Dion sends them in the air. Now they're down and they've lost. Amplify. The season is fine, but the series is over. An unlucky timeline for Amplify, but I really believed in them after that first and second map. They were playing out of their minds, especially Ewan on Nepal. He got like 7 boop kills. If I was betting the over-under, I'm a millionaire right now.
You see Jamie with the Graveyard DPS scary in the chat.
Yeah.
Give it some respect.
It's too powerful.
Give it some respect over.
God, that's tough.
Legit. GG's? Yeah. I mean, like I say, Amplify looked really good there on Nepal. They do hand Dreamland their only map loss of the season. Dreamland were completely flawless perfect coming into this series. But even with Graveyard having to play DPS today, it is still an impossible task to hand Dreamland their first series loss.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. You know what I mean? Getting the map off of them is nice, though. If you're Amplify,
it's something.
You can either take the loss as an opportunity to learn because of how close they were. It was super minor stuff, right? Like, if they just played some of those ult fights a little better on King's Row, if they played their map space a little bit better, into this poke comp, it could have looked really different, especially after such a promising first map and Dreamland having the ever so slight handicap of Graveyard on an off roll. But, they fought their hardest. They tried their hardest. And honestly, I think it was a great performance from them. So I was happy with it. It was a barn burner.
Manually 37-3 there, that final map. We got to give the Graveyard DPS player of the match. Just got to.
I'm
Graveyard
down.
Coming in, playing DPS for him, subbing in, like off-rolling, and still able to turn it up. I got to give Graveyard player of the match.
Yeah, bro. I agree. GY coming out, playing on a role that he doesn't play. Super respectable. He really did put up a performance. Great May gameplay. Second in command, I'm giving it to Ewan, bro. The SVP, bro. Dude, he was too crazy.
Yeah, the 7 boops there on Nepal.
Yeah, bro. The bell rang 7 times.
Something
Ewan.
like that. Something like
1-0.
All right, friends. Lampent, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me, dude. I've never
getting on.
casted. It was too fun. All right. Well, I really appreciate it. Y'all have a great night.
You as well.
Bye.
That was awesome. Nobody guessed he had never done that before. You did great, friends. Let's all give it up for Lampent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming and joining me. That was really cool. We'll have to get Lampent back on. Obviously, very knowledgeable player. So always cool to get some insight here on this stream.